Good morning, class.
Good morning.
That doesn't sound very enthusiastic. Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Czajkowski.
Well, welcome to our literature class today. Today our goal will be figuring out methods to define tough vocab using context clues. And to do that, we're going to be learning an acronym that will help us out a lot. Okay? So first, let's get a few ideas about what you guys think context is. Allie, do you have any ideas what the word context means?
I think that it's when you use you figure out the rest of what is going on in order to understand what you're focusing on.
Nice. Anybody else have any ideas? Those are some great ideas. You guys are on the ball on that one. You got context right. Here we got a definition to help you out. So, does anyone want to read the definition for us? John?
Sure. Context is the other words in sentences around unknown word.
Okay, so you can use the other words in sentences to figure out that unknown word that you're having trouble with, right? Okay, so when you guys are reading, or when you're like just reading a book for class and you find a word that you don't know, do you usually have a dictionary on you?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Me neither. I mean, I know they make pocket dictionaries, but I don't own one. And when you're reading, you don't want to take out your phone, right?
It takes out too much
And I
time.
can't have my phone in school, so.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't have a dictionary when you don't know a word. So today we're going to figure out how to use context instead to find out what that word means. So I have a 4-step solution to helping us figure out what context means. And it's an acronym called DEAS. D. Allie?
Look for a definition.
E. John?
Search for examples.
A.
Is there an antonym?
As Tyler?
What about a synonym?
Exactly. So if we had time for this, I would have an example of a sentence for each one for us to look through, but we don't have. So D is look for a definition in the sentence. See if there is what that word actually means. E, search for examples. A lot of the time, a sentence might have some examples of what that word means. So if Tommy was procrastinating, and you don't know what procrastinating means, maybe finish the sentence. Tommy was procrastinating. He cleaned his room, he played video games, he went outside before he started his homework. Those are some examples as to what procrastinating is. A, is there an antonym? Does anyone know what an antonym is? Yes?
It's like the opposite of a word.
Awesome. Does anyone know what a synonym is? John?
A word that means the same as another word.
Awesome. So if you have one of those two things, they could be context clues that'll help you out. So recently we read the book, and we're still in the process of reading a book called The House on Mango Street. What do you guys think of it so far?
It's really good.
Very interesting book.
Yeah, I like it a lot too.
Classic.
There are a lot of tough vocab words in House on Mango Street though, right? I'm having a trouble time. So I took this sentence from the book that we might have a trouble with. Tyler, can you read the sentence for us?
My feet swell big and heavily like plungers, but I drag them across the linoleum.
Good job, thank you. So when I first read this sentence, I didn't know what swell meant. I had a hard time figuring it out. But I think we can use context clues to figure it out. Does anybody have any ideas of where the context clues for swell might be? Remember our acronym. Look for a definition, look for examples in the sentence, look for an antonym, and look for a synonym. Yeah.
I think that big can help us figure it out in some way, because if they swell big, maybe they get big.
Is this still working?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, why don't you go up? I think that's a great idea, and underline that in red
Can I do
marker. Yeah, you can. Big. Okay, so my feet swell big and heavy like plungers, but I drag them across the linoleum floor. I think that's awesome. Does everyone agree with Allie that to swell means to get bigger, to grow?
Makes sense.
Yes.
Based on the context clues.
Yeah, the context clues really help us out on that one. So, I don't know. I get really frustrated sometimes when I'm reading a book, and I know it can be difficult, but I like to use my friend Taylor Swift. I'm good friends with her.
Love her.
I love her too. I love using her words to help me out. I like to shake it off, and move on. So, hey, just think when you've been getting out and down about all this tough vocab, you could have been using D, E, A, S. D is for.
Look for a definition.
E is for.
Search for examples.
A is for.
Is there an antonym?
S is for.
What about a synonym?
And what do? We shake
Shake
it
it
off,
shake it off.
Awesome, thank you very much.